In a few minutes, we will show you exactly how our one-day garage floor and complete concrete coating systems work. But before we do, here's a couple quick testimonies from real customers who use our floors every day.
I fell in love with it because it was so clean compared to most garage floors you see are covered in dirt and grease. That's the one thing that I love, because we have a 1-year-old that loves playing with his bikes and his toys. We're gonna have that clean extra space where he can burn off that energy, and we're super excited about that. If you want to come over to my house, you can come check it out. It is fantastic.
We know a couple of people who have gotten it personally, and we visited their homes and at a graduation party, and it convinced us that it was an investment that really would protect our home investment. So we decided to get it on this floor. It makes your garage more livable. I think it will protect your investment over time. And there were a few issues with our garage floor that they were able to smooth out and help. So not only will it protect it, I think it improved the floor, and it makes it more like a living space.
We overhauled a Jeep here for my son-in-law, and we had the front and rear axle apart and the engine and the exhaust system. And the whole thing looked like an old mechanic's garage. It was terrible. And we had cleaned it all up, and it looked as good as ever. And that's been on here. It's been used 5 years, and it is still in excellent condition. I couldn't believe how fast they did the job. It was just remarkable.
I have a commercial garage space that I use every day and look at every day in my open office. In the past, even at home and in my previous office, I'd use like some over-the-counter stuff, and just for cost-wise, just thought that would be the way to go at the time. So use that. It went on pretty good, but it only lasts for like a year, and in time it started to kind of chip up and looks a little rough. So kind of hard to clean too, and you got like yellow tire marks in it. So after a couple of years, that stuff kind of wore down. So that's what kind of drew me to the option for something that would look good and last longer. I love it. After I did it here, it was thought I need to have this in the man cave at home, and did it there, and it looks great there. The kids play on it. It's just kind of feels cleaner in the garage now, and yeah, it looks great there too.
Now, let's take a second to show you exactly how our floors are installed, what that process looks like, and even the equipment we use on a daily basis. All right, I stopped the guys for a second and I assembled some of the equipment that you're seeing here. This is our heavy-duty grinder. When we approach a garage floor, in order for our coatings to make permanent adherence, we have to profile it. So we're either going to run a unit like this, sometimes we'll use a shot blaster, but either way, we're going to take your existing concrete, we're going to rough it up, and that's what you're going to see here. The smaller grinder allows us to get into tight crevices and smaller areas. And the last thing I want to point out is that we don't make a mess while you're here. Some of the clients are concerned about if we come into your garage floors, there's going to be dust everywhere. And we're able to contain 90 to 95% of the dust during the work environment. So we leave the garage just as clean as it was when we get here.